Yo, what's going on, everybody? What's good? I don't know if this video's coming out uh, choppy or whatever. I'm rendering out some shit for my anime channel and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I want to make this random video just talking about some gaming stuff. I actually just got in my free copy of Need for Speed Rivals for the PS4. I don't know if they still got that promotion going on, but you know how they had that thing with Slim Jim and Battlefield 4. Funny ass thing about it is that I was heading back to the crib one day. This was probably like a month and a half ago, right? I was headed back to the crib one day, and I went to the gas station and everything, and I saw a Slim Jim there. I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and let me pick one. I picked one, and I got the code. I brought it back to the crib. I entered it into the instant win section on the Slim Jim thing, and I had the codes to instantly win fucking one of the three main prizes, which was the game. And the only one that they're offering was Need for Speed Rivals, and then they were like, okay, do you want it for PC or this or this? I was like, you know what, I'll just get it for the PS4 since I got the PS4. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I actually just got it in. It took them like a month and a half to get it to me. Basically, almost 2 months to get it to me and shit. But I wasn't expecting them to send it out like speedy and shit because it is free. So beggars can't be choosers or whatever. But it is what it is. But the funny thing is that I actually already have this game. Yeah, I actually already have it on my PlayStation, so I'm basically just gonna be selling this. Um, that's another reason why I wanted it for the console, because I know if I would have asked it for the PC, they probably would have gave me some like redemption code or something so I can download it digitally or something like that. So I wanted it for this so I could sell it for a profit and shit. So I'm gonna make that happen. Other than that, guys, I'm gonna talk about some games I'm looking forward to. I realize The Evil Within has a release date now, which is August 26th. I'm looking forward to that shit. Um, Now, I know games such as like Outlast have kind of like set the tone and the bar for like survival horror games. Because it's pretty widely kind of accepted that it's kind of the most creepiest or scariest game there really is right now. And the game is fucking creepy and shit. But there's one thing about Outlast that makes it that way is because they leave you, the player, with no power. You know what I'm saying? You have no power whatsoever. You don't have a gun. You don't have anything to hit back with anything. You have no tools. And that's one thing about the game that makes it work. It's the ambiance, the claustrophobia, the setting, the environment, the sounds, and as well as just the game mechanics of, as far as like, you can't shoot, you can't do nothing. Only thing you can do is run and hide, really, pretty much. If you don't do that, you're dead. It just is what it is. And it really plays well with each other, and they really have a successful thing going on with that game, even though it came out previously on PC. But it's really starting to show a lot more light since it came to the PlayStation Plus, and a lot more people are playing it. So it's like this game's getting like more of a light shined on it, and and the developers are receiving much more praise for the game. So that's awesome. You're gonna find this happen a lot with games that previously released on PC, whether they're mainstream games or indie games, whatever the case may be. But with The Evil Within, I think it's going to be a really good game. I think it's going to be a game that is pretty scary, but at the same time, I don't think it's going to be something on Outlast level, because you will have weapons. You will have power. You know what I'm saying? The game will impose you with power. Whether they're not going to give you that much or whatever the case may be, you will still have that sense of it because you will feel at least somewhat safe, you know, with having the weapons or the tools or whatever the case may be, knives, anything that there particularly may be there as you go through the game. But you know, we'll never know. I mean, I do want to see more in-depth details about it, without a doubt. So I'm looking forward to that. Next thing I want to talk about is Titanfall. I've looked at a lot of footage of this game. Honestly, the game looks cool, but it looks like something that I would probably get tired of kind of fast. Uh, just to be honest with you, it looks like something I would play, but it doesn't seem like anything that would capture my attention beyond maybe a few weeks, you know, or if I like go hard on it for like a lot of hours. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't really seem like that type of game to me that would really like keep me there for that long. Like if it had a great expansive single player experience, I think that would completely change it for me. But from what I see, it really doesn't have that, and that's kind of what's working against my kind of outlook on the game. But I'm looking forward to seeing more of it. Definitely, I know that as the game after the game comes out, they'll probably come out with DLC that'll give you like more Titans, maybe stuff like that. But the one thing that I don't like, and I just like 6 on 6. I mean, it's not that big of an issue like talking about. The main problem that I have is that they got these AI, we got the AI in there, and that's not an issue either. Like talking about, but they're fucking brain dead. It's like I've seen like these people playing, and it's like holy shit. Like they're just going around meleeing them one after the other, after the other, after the other, and they're literally in a circle. Like, and they can't kill you. Like, I mean, they should at least have some type of better difficulty or something like that. And I'm not talking about like, oh, raise the difficulty and their shots hurt you more. That's bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the AI should be to a point where it actually plays like other people. It would be dope if maybe I don't know how well the Drivatar or whatever they call it for Forza works, but what if they adapted that to the AI in games overall, as far as like first person shooters or let's just say Titanfall in this situation, the AI would fight more like these other people in these games. Like that to me would be a definite evolution in something to push forward with AI. You know, um, and whatever uh, Turn 10 is doing there. And the thing is that they've had that technology for a little while. It's not like they just came out with this Forza and it's like, oh, I believe they call it Drivatars or whatever like that. And they learn like that AI learning off of like player, off of the player and adapting to how you play. That shit that's been done. They've been doing that before in previous Forzas, and they should actually implement that you know, in first-person shooters and in third-person shooters when it comes to online. I mean, if it actually works well, they should implement it there. You know, but yeah, I mean that's just my thoughts on that. But Titanfall, like I said, looks like a game that'll be fun for a little while. But I just don't know if it'll really capture my attention for such a long time to come. Another game that was announced, I'm not sure if I talked about this, was Alien Isolation. Alien Isolation looks dope. And the reason why it looks dope to me is because, first of all, I love aliens, okay? It sucks that there's hardly any game out there that does the property justice. But I love aliens, and this game actually seems like it's going to be that game. At least one of those games is going to be that game. And it seems like, from what they're saying, they're going to be going off the same premise, the same idea of Outlast, where you don't really have weapons. Only thing you can do is run, hide. Like, that's cool. I want a creepy ass fucking aliens game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're walking through the ship, you know, you look around the corner, next thing you know, you see the fucking alien just sitting there. It's like, what the fuck, yo? And I hope they just, like, the graphics from what I've seen look dope already. I just hope that it gets fine-tuned, it gets polished and shit. And I hope that there's just a great, you know, overall element to the game that just makes the game very, very eerie and very creepy, and really kind of bring that lore of the aliens world there and stuff. So there's a lot of like things that are associated with the films there, because I know that you're going to be playing as Ripley's daughter and stuff. So I can't wait to actually see what that's going to be about and stuff. Like, I want to get my hands on that game. Last thing I'm going to talk about is two games, which is Infamous Second Son and Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. Infamous Second Son, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be picking up this game for the PS4. I think it's going to be the first game that I'm going to play, and I'm going to be like, wow, okay, now this seems like a next generation experience. Even though it's only going to be single player only, I love single player games. I by no means need multiplayer to experience, to feel like I have a whole game, whatsoever. So, like, but just looking at the game, it looks so good. Like, graphically, it looks so good. Like, the animations, the physics, everything about it. And the thing is, I've never really been a big Infamous fan. I've enjoyed the games, but I think with this one, I think they're really gonna show me the vision of what they really want Infamous to be about. Even though the other two were good and stuff, some people would even say that they were great, you know. But I think this one is really shaping up to be something special. And I can't wait to get my hands on it, without a doubt. I can't wait. The last thing I want to talk about is Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. I will be playing this on the PS4. I have it for the PS3. I decided to stop playing it on the PS3 just to wait to get the PS4 version. It's graphically updated. It's gonna look gorgeous. It's gonna run. It's gonna run a lot better than it did on the PlayStation 3. I already have a few people that I'm gonna be playing with on the PS4. And I'm just gonna have a good time playing this game. I don't know how long I'm gonna be playing it. I don't know all the ins and outs of the game whatsoever. I have very little experience with MMOs. I did pay and play for WoW for like a month or two before in the past, and I did enjoy it, but I stopped paying for it at the time because I was enjoying it so much, and I knew that it would just suck me in. That's not going to happen this time. I'm not going to let that stop me this time. Like, if I'm getting sucked into this game, I'm going to keep paying for it, but at the same time, I'm not going to, you know, completely, like, lose myself into this game. Because I always said that if I was going to play an MMO, it would be Final Fantasy or StarCraft MMO if it came out eventually. But the game looks great. It looks fun. You can actually do remote play with it. You can actually play with a keyboard and mouse on the PS4 version, which I think is also pretty cool. So people have that option as well. So I think it is really kind of the first. This game is going to be the first MMO, full-blown, like actually really good MMO experience for a console that people can actually play and really enjoy. Because I don't even think the PS3 version you can use mouse and keyboard, you know. So it has kind of all the dynamics there for people to really use and you know, appreciate the game for. So I'm looking forward to that, man. But yeah, other than that, guys, you know, that's pretty much it. I might come out with another random video later or tomorrow, just talking about some of like this frame rate shit I've been hearing, and resolution bullshit I've been hearing about Titanfall and 792p and all this shit, and some other things I don't know, and some sales stuff, and what I think about where these sales figures are going, and some things about Nintendo. But you know, gonna start trying to put out a little bit more discussions here on this channel. But anyways, guys, Shampoo, Dub Central. I'll y'all later. Peace.